video, and actually this week's video series, I'm going to be doing a Spring Into series. It goes right along with the Spring Into March video series, but this whole week is basically going to be about springing into your week. So all of my videos this week are kind of going to be based around things that you might be doing or things that I'm guesstimating you might want to be seeing to go through your week. So today's video was actually requested on Twitter, and just like the title says, it is how to spring into a good mood. The first thing I have to say is that I am definitely not a happy expert. I get so many comments and tweets and Instagram comments from people saying like, how are you in a good mood all the time? And I'm definitely in a good mood a lot, and I'm definitely an upbeat person, but I am not in a good mood all the time, all day, every day. So the tips that I'm giving you today are the things that I try to do when I'm feeling down or I'm feeling sad, the things that I try to incorporate and do in my own life when I'm feeling down to kind of lift me out of that slump. So the first tip that I have for you guys is actually what I'm out doing right now, and that is to get moving. Now, I think when you're in a bad mood, it's important to get moving doing kind of anything, but it's also important to get moving doing something that you like. So be gentle on yourself. Don't, if you're in a bad mood, be like, oh, I'm gonna go work out for 3.5 hours, because it can kind of easily shift into like a negative state of mind. Just relax, think of something that involves movement and that you would like to do. So for me, I've been telling you guys the last couple months, that's been taking a walk. I have really been enjoying taking a walk, and if you're not a walk taker, I highly recommend trying it because it's really, really nice to get away from the computer, to get away from technology. I'll still bring my phone with me sometimes because I like to take Instagram pictures of nature, Instagram pictures of just all kind of things. Instagram is just a really fun thing to me, but for the most part, it's fun to get away from technology and go and take a walk. So the second tip I have kind of lines up with getting up and getting moving, and that's because it's what I do on a walk, and that is to read or listen to inspirational books or speakers. So some of my favorite speakers, for example, podcasts that I listen to when I'm taking a walk. Currently, I'm really into Joel Osteen. I really like his podcasts. I also really love Joyce Meyer. I love Rick Warren. He actually did a series that I'm listening through right now where he got a bunch of really well-known influential pastors, and they all kind of had conversations on the phone, recorded the whole thing, and made it a podcast. So that's actually the series I'm listening to right now. But it's really nice when you're feeling down to listen to people who can help lift you back up and remind you, sorry guys, we're walking past an air conditioning unit, but anyways, Dan's such a good sport behind the camera. So it's really nice to listen to people who can lift you back up, remind you of the things that are important in life, remind you of the things that really matter, and help put everything into perspective. And for me, those have been some of the speakers that I really like listening to and reading that help do that for me. And they really put me in a good mood and get me pumped about life. Yeah. Okay, so my next tip that I have is to clean up and change your environment. I was talking with Rachel about this actually a really long time ago, but I don't know why that conversation comes into my head. We were talking about how it's interesting that sometimes, or a lot of the times, when I'm in a bad mood, if I clean up my house and make my surroundings really serene and organized, or I change some stuff up, just light some candles and make it a really warm, comfortable environment to be in, it's like my mood gets lifted. I have a feeling of accomplishing something, of taking care of the stuff that I own, but then I'm also in a more peaceful, organized environment. And for me, I tend to have a lot more creative ideas, a lot more happy thoughts, a lot better of a mood when I am in a serene, organized environment. I don't know, it's something about when it's too messy, it affects me. It's not just oh, I just like things to be clean. It's when it's messy, it messes with my state of mind. So if you're feeling sad, another good thing to do, like I said, is to just clean up, organize, get rid of stuff you don't need, maybe change some things up, buy some new couch pillows, buy a new throw for your bed, a new candle, something like that. I think it's just a great way to shake things up, but so what's the word? Make your environment more serene? Something like that. It really works though, you should try it. So my next tip is pretty obvious, or at least people talk about this a lot when they talk about like being in a good mood, and that is to go be with a friend. Now, this is one of those tips that maybe I kind of overlooked or didn't place enough value on for a long time, and I'm realizing now that when you go hang out with good friends, duh, Nicole, it puts you in a good mood because you can laugh about stuff you have in common, get really interested. Sometimes, you know, I realize that everyone has different dynamics with their friends, so maybe for you it's that you're with a friend and that friend makes you laugh, or you're with a friend and that friend really sparks creativity in your brain, or you're with a friend and that friend really gets you passionate about things, or this friend really makes you relax, whatever. But go be with a friend if you're feeling sad, because it can really lift your mood. And if they're a good friend, they'll probably listen at first, you know, they'll let you tell them how you're feeling, but then they'll help lift you up and get you out of that funk. Being with a friend face to face is definitely a really great mood lifter. Okay, so my last and final tip to spring into a good mood and spring out of a bad mood is to create something. I honestly think that everyone likes to create, it's just their form of creation is kind of different. So if you want to get into a good mood, I really think it's fun to sit down and create something. So if you like to paint, if you're like me and you like to make YouTube videos, which I'm obsessed with, and I talk about making videos, like even when I'm not making them, all the time because it's so much fun to me. So sometimes if I'm kind of down, just like getting my juices flowing and thinking about like next month's theme, or like how I want to shoot something, or like a cute outfit that I want to try with a hairstyle for a video, like that really gets me into a good mood because I'm creating something. So I really want to encourage that, to create something. And if you don't know what to create and you haven't really come to the point in your life where you know what kind of stuff you like or what to create, then just experiment. Just think in your head like, what sounds fun? And it doesn't really matter what you come up with, just do it, try it, see if you like it, and don't really set any limitations on yourself. Just have fun. Okay guys, so that is it. We've had some loud cars driving past us. I will see you later. Bye!